Okay, I thought I had lost the footage of me making the lemon hand towels for the kitchen. While I was editing and piecing everything together, I found the missing footage. So I'll have two tutorials of how I made the lemon kitchen towels. I thought I lost the footage, so I actually made a second trip all the way down to the Dollar Tree to repurchase everything, and I remade the video. So this will be a second tutorial of me making the kitchen towels. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Hey, thank you. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather, and yesterday I was doing a lot of crafting, and today I'm going to finish what I had started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the little tea towel sets. So you got the pot holders, the little kitchen, tea towels, and the oven mitts. These ones finally got the lemon ones in this year from my Dollar Tree. So I'm going to make it's pretty simple. You just take the tea towel and the pot holder, and you just stitch them together so they hang off your stove handle or your fridge, or even just hang up in your kitchen out of the way. So I'm just going to start doing that. So I'm going to remove the tags and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got all the tags snipped off, so I'm going to do this too. I'm just going to rip the tags off of the pot holders. Just throw that in the garbage. Okay, so I'm going to take the tea towel, I'm just going to open them up. I'm just going to kind of fold it into thirds. Just a rough estimate as to where the third would be. And just grab the pot holder. I'm just lining it up just to see like I've got too much space. So you need enough that when this is folded in half and the tea towel fits straight across, but I got this little, maybe, I don't know, ½ inch or so, so I've got to fold them a little bit smaller. So the tea towels from the dollar store, they're all slightly different sizes, so it's really hard to get exactly, folding it right into third. That's a little bit better. Maybe just folded too much this time. It's kind of hard to get exactly 1/3. I have tried measuring, but I always find that you're stitching, sewing with the sewing machine, and it's easiest to kind of eyeball it. Okay, I think I've got it. Yeah, that's good. So I got it lined up, so then it's the one side is lined up with this side of the pot holder, the other one is onto this side. Now I'm just going to take this and so carefully flip it up. So I've got, oops, there's my pins. So I've got the right side facing up. Something stuck there. Okay. And again, because I flipped it over, I'm just going to make sure that this is still lined up. Now I'm going to put the right side together. Just want to make sure also that I've got it right where the halfway point is. I'm going to fold this in half just to kind of crease it, just so I know where the stitching will be. Now I'm just going to take my pins and I'm just going to pin them together. Now there's probably easier ways to pin stuff together. I don't know. I don't do a lot of sewing. I can do a lot of straight edge sewing, like straight lines. I make pretty easy, simple little things. So if anybody's a better sewer, knows tricks on how to pin a couple layers of fabric together without, like folding it on itself sometimes. Sometimes when I'm trying to do this, I sometimes it does bunch up underneath because I can't really see what I'm doing. But for a little bit of crafting around the house, you know, it's my little bit of, you know, crafting around the house, home decor stuff. My kind of stitching is pretty simple, pretty basic. I'm just gonna flip this over, or I'm just gonna fold this in half just to make sure that I've got all this is all straight, because I did that one day when I was pinning it and it bunched up, and then when I got a little bit crooked. That looks good. I'm just going to set this one aside, and I'm just going to do this second one the exact same way. I'm just going to take the tea towel. I'm just going to fold it into thirds. And I'm just going to take the pot holder, just to make sure that it's right. See, make sure it's the right size. There. I'm just going to fold this in half just so I make sure that it's in the halfway point. So I kind of know that I've got it all lined up, that it's all, I'll just move this way so you can see that the tea towel is folded in half. It's all lines up here. The pot holder is folded in half pretty good. Same thing, just going to unfold it and just pin this one together as well. Oops, I messed up. I forgot to flip it over to get the right side. See, I did that one time. I almost did it again. And I may not have even noticed till after I had it stitched, because I actually did one where I had it backwards and I had to undo all my stitching. It's because I got distracted talking and explaining how to do it, and I messed up. See, now this is not quite centered. Okay. See, now it's all centered and right sides together. So now I can pin it together. I've seen other women, they've got clips for when they're sewing. I saw some today at Walmart. They're almost $10 for a pack of 20. I don't think for the amount of sewing I do that they are worth it. I just bent that pin. But they would be interesting to, probably a nice thing to have if you do a lot of sewing. I can't seem to get these pins to go through all these layers. The pins from the dollar store, you know, under $2, you get almost 100. It's good enough for me for my basic little sewing. Try not to pin myself. These are very fast, easy crafts to make. They make really nice gifts. It was something like 10 or 12 at Christmas and gave them away as gifts. And some people didn't realize that I made them. They thought that I had bought them at some craft show because they thought they were done really good. So that's always nice to hear when you do crafting and people don't think that it was you who made it. Okay, so I've got these done. So I'm just going to move everything over to the sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know what color thread I'm using. It's this light, almost like a goldish color. I'm just looking for something light that kind of just blends in and you don't even notice. It'll help if I put the foot up so I can slip this underneath. I'm just going to get this lined up. Pull my pin out. I don't know where my little pin cushion went. Okay. I'm just going to start stitching. It got stuck. Slide that down, and I'm just going to start pinning the start sewing the second one. I'm just going to check something. Okay, just making sure, because that last one kind of got a little stuck in the one spot. I don't know what it got stuck on. I don't do a lot of sewing, so the other day I was trying to sew and my thread just kept snapping on me. So I don't know what was causing that. Took me a few tries to get my thread to stop snapping, and I had to redo the bobbin because it was in crooked. Okay, I think I've got it lined up now. Under the sewing machine. Okay, I'm just gonna, oops. Now I'm just dropping all my straight pins on the floor. Just gotta be careful where I step. Just gonna snip the loose thread. And when I pull it up, it will come down. There's the one, and there's the other one. Now I've got one more step I have to do, and that is to, let me just make this. Got to stitch a button on there. I'm just going to grab my pack of buttons. I've got 2 packs of these yellow and green buttons. I got these from Walmart, just under $4. I don't know how many buttons you get in the pack. They say you get 65 grams. What I noticed is you get a lot of these little baby tiny ones that I never use. And you don't get too many of the big ones, which is what I was trying to get. So I got 2 packs of the green ones, trying to find the right shade of green. And then there's the needle. And then to stitch them on, because I want these extra big buttons because they got to go through the loops here. And so they got these extra big buttonholes. So what I find works best, because I mean you could use thread, but I just use the emery floss. It works so much better for me, so much easier to sew the buttons on. I'm going to use that one. Let's see, I'll make them a little bit different. I'm just going to see if I got a couple different green buttons here. I really like, I really like this one, but it's got this bluey green color to it, and I haven't found anything that I can sew. Well, this will look good sewing on. Got another one of those bluey green ones as well. Again, I don't have any of these that would be that color. And I also have this nice yellow, which I had thought would look good, but it's different shade of yellow than the lemons. These lemons look a little, I don't know, darker to me. This looks like a really bright yellow, and this is a little bit darker yellow. So I think I'm probably, and there's this one here, but it's the way that you need, you know, the buttonholes are just a little bit different, so it won't quite work. I mean, I'm pretty sure Yeah, but this one wouldn't work. I do know a craft I'm going to use this one with, though I do have an idea for the buttons that look like that. I just don't have the supplies today. Let's see, is this the same? Yeah, that's the same. I want to make them slightly different, so I'm going to use these two. Okay, so I'm just going to use one for one and one for the other. I'm just going to start to stitch the buttons, and I will be right back as soon as I get the button stitched, because I don't think anybody needs to watch me thread the needle and to stitch to do it. So you're just going to, you know, just through the fabric, up through the hole and down. This one is just the straight across. This one has got these, so I'd be doing the X. So you go from the bottom to the top, and then I do left to right or right to left. I don't know, it just kind of depends on which way if you're right-handed or left-handed, how you're holding the button and the material. So that's all I will do, is just stitch these two buttons on, and then I'll be right back when they are finished. Okay, I am back. I ended up having to use the same button on both of them because I dropped one of the buttons on the floor somewhere when I was sewing. So I'm just going to undo this so you can see how the set looks. So we've got the tea towel on the top and the pot holder on the top. So get the loose thread out of the way. So the pot holder's on the top and the tea towel is stitched to the bottom. So there's that one. And same with this one. Just unattach the oven mitts. You can see the pot holder. I'm going to keep calling them the wrong things. The pot holders on the top and the tea towels on the bottom. And also with the little button, I do find, because the oven mitt has the little hole or the little loop here too, is I just put it through put the button through the hole as well. And when it hangs up, you get this really nice cute little set. So I will go and hang one of these up in my kitchen so you can see what it looks like when it's actually finished and hung up, and I'll be back when I'm in my kitchen. Okay, I've got them hanging up on my oven door so you can see how they look when they're hanging up. I'm just going to take this oven mitt off just so you can see how they look. Let's see. And this one here, oh, just hurt my knee. Okay. This one here is the one that got caught on the machine, so it did pull it a little crooked. But, you know, so it's hanging up in the kitchen. Okay, I don't know what happened. I think I may have hit the stop button. Okay, I was going to say, this one here is the one where it got caught in under the machine, so it went a little crooked. But, you know, when the tea towels are hanging up in the kitchen, they're never always straight. But, you know, you can just kind of play around with it and just kind of fold it in on itself underneath. So it kind of hides that imperfection a little. So I still really like the way that they turned out. And little oven mitts that match. I just wish that when buying the oven mitts at the dollar store, they sold both the ones for the left and the right hand and not just the one, because it makes it a lot nice. I think it would be a lot nicer set if you had a pot holder for each hand. So I'm just trying to get hang them back up on my kitchen door, or my oven door, so I can just pull it back so you can see how they look. So I guess my kitchen, is going to be lemon and yellow and green this spring. Okay, so I'm supposed to go stand over here. My kitchen's kind of a mess right now. I just want to say thank you for watching my tutorial on how I make these. And I really hope everybody really enjoys the rest of my videos and my channel. And thank you for subscribing. And I'll see everybody in my next video. Bye.